cluttered garage. I'm really glad you're here. A place where we can laugh and talk and days are filled with cheer. The clouds of sun may come and go, but one thing's always clear. Welcome back, my friend. You know I'm really glad you're here. Yeah.
Hey, welcome back, my friends. I am truly glad you're here on this beautiful Monday afternoon, evening, 7 p.m. on the East Coast and in Eastern Standard Time. It's live stream number 197, sneaking up on live stream number 200, May 19th, 2025. Also sneaking up on June. Well, welcome. If you have not yet been to one of these live streams, because we have several new subscribers every single week coming on, this might be your first live stream. And what we do here is talk about the channel, talk about life outdoors type stuff, tractors, firewood, all the kind of things you do in the country. But if it is your first time here, please say live, please say hi in the live chat and let us know that you're here so we can welcome you. Let us know how you found the channel. Was it YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok? I'm live on TikTok right now. I've got my phone set up and I'm just TikToking it right now because I don't know. I just thought I would. I opened the app and it said go live, so I thought I'll go live. I've been live on TikTok for about 20 minutes now. Does it have a counter? I don't see it. I just turned it on. It's just there. And nobody's really watching from TikTok, but I'm just letting it roll because apparently it's good to go live. I don't know. But anyway, again, if it's your first time here, welcome. Happy to have you. Really glad you're here. We do this pretty much every Monday night, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Wrap it up by 8 p.m. so you can be on your way to watch some of your other favorite channels or maybe queue up some of the great video content from MCG. You can go through the library. There are hundreds and hundreds of videos there you can look through. There might be one you haven't seen yet. So tonight, we're just going to be talking interactive live chat. I was actually out of town until just a little while ago. I was pretty sure that I'd be able to do this live stream. I was kind of leaving it open, but if I couldn't do it, well, then I wouldn't have. But we were traveling, seeing the grandkids and the kids in Boston. I know some of you folks are from up in the New England area. So we were up in Boston for the weekend. Got back this afternoon, got cleaned up after driving for 7 hours and feeling pretty good. Feeling kind of tired. Driving up there on Friday was tough. We left here later in the morning thinking, oh, we'll miss rush hour traffic, going up through New York and everything. So we left here like 10 o'clock, 10:30 Friday morning. And it wasn't necessarily rush hour, but we just hit so much traffic. There was a lot of the trip. We were going like 20, 30 miles per hour. And it was due to construction or accidents. We hit it coming back, came a different way, and still lost about an hour in construction and accidents. And a lot of these backups on the highway, they're fascinating because sometimes traffic will slow down to a halt for like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and then all of a sudden you'll start moving again. So, and there's nothing there. There's no construction, there's no accident. But I think what happens is there is an accident, and then the traffic all backs up, gets all jammed up, and then it stays like that because it takes a long time for it to clear out again. So it could be an hour after there was an accident all cleaned up, but the traffic is still trying to find its way. Interesting and frustrating all at the same time. So I will say again, if you're new here, this is an interactive live chat. So if you have a question for me or a question in general that the folks can help you out with, you can just post the word question followed by your question, and then hopefully we can answer that question. Right. All right. clicking. And then, of course, the other thing we do a sticker giveaway. Pretty much every time. But tonight, we're not doing a sticker giveaway tonight. I'm not sorry to say, because we're doing a mug giveaway. It's been a long time since I gave away a mug, and I thought tonight, since I have nothing of substance to offer you as far as entertainment goes or conversation, then I'll at least give you a mug for hanging in there and watching tonight. It's like a $10 or $15 mug, and we will give this away to one person who has not won the mug before. That's how it works, which is most people, because we've only given away a few of these. So stay tuned, because by the end of the live stream, somebody's going to win one of these mugs. Not this one, though. This one's mine. This one actually belongs to the bird, and I took this from the bird. That's why he's not moving up and down, because I took his mug of water away just so I could show it to you. So we're going to do a mug giveaway later. So make this live stream interesting with your live chat, so that we can comment. Yep. So Linda would love a mug. Hey, and Chef Head Ed loves the mug. Listen, if you don't win the mug, I know I'm kind of hawking things here, but if you don't win the mug, you can get one. You can get your very own mug at shopmcg.com. www.shopmcg.com. There's these t-shirts there, and there's some mugs and some things like that through the Teespring store. And I keep saying I'm going to upgrade that store and make things better, but I just haven't done it yet, because I don't like to promote things too much. But anyway, you can get these mugs and some fun things like that at shopmcg.com. Did you know that today is National Devil's Food Cake Day? I bet you didn't know that. Well, it is. So go have some Devil's Food Cake for dessert. It's also Plant Something Day, which is appropriate because we're here toward the end of May. You got to get your plants in the ground now. Vegetables, flowers, whatever it is, get them in the ground now. So today is Plant Something Day. If you didn't do it today, you can do it tomorrow. And I do want to say, again, the deal with American Meadows is still on. And there's a link you can use. And I'm going to share that with you right now. There's a link you can use at americanmeadows.com. They sell wildflowers and things like that. But if you look in the live chat here, there's a link to follow that will take you there, and it will let them know that I sent you. But there's also a discount code, Garage25, to save 10% on $50 or more until the end of June. So a lot of folks have contacted me and said they've used the code. They got their wildflower seeds. They're getting them in the ground. Ours are about 3/4 of an inch high already. And I actually did not water them, but we've had a week of nice light rains and sun. So they're all coming up. So I don't know if you can click on that link in the comments or not. Chris, you can help me out with that, buddy, please. Chris, by the way, I saw Chris, you're running around getting ready to go to Alaska. That's exciting. That's very exciting. So Chris has a question. Oh, it looks like you guys don't want to just talk about, you guys want to actually talk about tractor stuff, huh? Are you bored by my conversation? Is that what it is? Worcester 300, who won the ITC chainsaw holder. It's in your email. Very nice. That's exciting. You did that. I can't, if I wasn't live on TikTok right now on my phone, I'd call it up and show it, but I can't do that right now. So maybe next week I'll try and do that. But congratulations on winning that ITC chainsaw holder. Very good. Question about my specialized tea, which I happen to have right here. Remember, the recipe is boil an entire gallon of water, no more, no less. Measure it out, an exact gallon of water, because that'll fit in the pitcher, basically. A full gallon of water, boil it, and then let it come to a rest, and then add 8 English breakfast, regular old Lipton type tea bags, 8 of them. And the question is, what tea bags do you use? I learned this from my sister, the one in Tennessee, not you, Linda. Uh, buy the cheapest tea bags you can get, store brand, no frills, whatever. It could be Lipton or anything like that. But anyway, just buy cheap tea bags. I put 8 of them in, let them steep for like a couple hours usually. And then the water or the tea cools off enough where you can touch it. It's like lukewarm. Take the tea bags out and then add half a cup. I add half a cup of sugar because I like my tea a little sweetened. And telling you, it's summertime, I go through at least a half gallon a day. I hope it's not bad for me. So here's a question for wildlife encounters, and this is a real question about tractors. Just purchased a 48-inch box blade for my Coyote CX2510 gear drive. Any tips on how to best put it to use? How deep to put the scarifiers when making the first pass? Well, I do have, maybe you've seen it, 2 videos about land planes. There's the balloons. 2 videos about land planes. And what I learned on my first video from the neighbor who let me borrow his land plane, first of all, you may not need the rippers, scarifiers down if the ground is already kind of loose. If you want to break up the ground, then I would just put them down, the first notch or so, just to break it up a little bit. But you may not need them put down at all. If you're just like resurfacing your stones in your driveway, which is what I was doing, I didn't put them down at all. So that you just kind of feel out. But the tip he gave me was, and I know John Ritter recently learned this, that speed is your friend. So you're going to run that land plane down your road or your driveway, and you're going to be like, this thing isn't even working. It doesn't even do anything. It's just like riding on top of the ground. It is. Give it time. It's shaving very lightly the high spots off. So hit it again. Speed is your friend. So like I use probably mid-range. It's a lot of weight back there, full throttle, but speed is your friend. That's my tip for you, which was passed on to me from neighbor Tony, who let me borrow his land plane. Anything else? Is that helpful? I hope it is. Look up MCG land plane, and you should see at least 2 videos about that. I'd watch them both if I were you. Oh, look at that! Margaret planted today on National Plant Something Day. Awesome. That's great. Okay, I am. Melissa, that's awesome. Hunter is definitely creating an MCG community at the school. That's awesome. I heard that your class every day says, "I'm really glad you're here," and that makes me feel so special. And thank you, Hunter, and thank you, Melissa. That's fun. Chris has a question. Sounds like the side jobs are going well. Curious if there have been any negative interactions from potential clients or all positive. So what Chris is referring to, you know that I put out a series of about 4 videos now about making money with your compact tractor or your tractor. Doesn't have to be compact, could be a subcompact, making money, which is what I started to do this summer. It's something I've been thinking about for a long time. And this summer, I finally did it. I put a little post on Facebook Marketplace or the local town page for Facebook town page, and said I was offering primarily garden tilling because that's the attachment I have that seems to be. I thought that's something that people this time of year would really be interested in, is getting their gardens tilled up. So I promoted garden tilling and small tractor work. and I have done at least 4 tilling jobs so far. I've got 2 lined up this week. One of them one of them got canceled from last week because of the rain. So this person needs me to till their garden, but they also have some cut up, I guess, firewood or just a tree that was taken down. So they've got these probably rounds that they want to move from one part of the property to another. So just again, some small tractor work. Put the rounds in the bucket, move them for them. Maybe some small piles of dirt. So it's going very well, and the response, again, just from the Facebook ads, that's the only place I promoted it. In fact, I don't even know where else to promote it. I don't know that I want to do the Craigslist thing or not, but um, has been really good. I think, like all social media these days, though, it's a moving target. And I posted I shared the post and got responses immediately. And then things get buried quickly with social media. So I posted it again, or I posted it to some different community pages, and some a little further away than I wanted, but I'm going to do it anyway. Uh, and again, response, but I think it gets buried very quickly. So I'm going to have to post again and perhaps again. But primarily, I was looking at garden tilling, which I know that tilling season is going to be done probably this month. I use the tiller heavily in the spring, then it really gets put away until the winter. There's not much use for it after that. So I might do some other type of small tractor work. Um, the job I have to do this week is some heavy mowing. The person had rebuilt their house. They've been away for a long time, and things have gotten kind of out of control. Small trees growing, and I'm going to whack those down. So it'll be a mowing job primarily. May turn into a brush job. I may have to go back with a brush mulcher and do that, but we're going to start with the bush hog and mow with that. So, Chris, the question, I didn't even answer your question. Have there been any negative interactions from potential clients? All positive. The answer is all positive. Because I've been primarily doing work locally, and we live in a small town where people tend to know you, they didn't know of you, so it's been all good. I did do a job in a different county, complete stranger, but great interaction. So it's been good. It's been good. Um, and what I like to do, as I've mentioned before, is I like to go look at the job first. I don't want to just show up. I don't want to give a quote over the phone or over the text. I like to show up first and look at the job. And I kind of read, like, not only can I do the job, but do I want to do the job? You don't have to take if if you sense that somebody's going to be difficult to work with. I think you can just say, I just can't do this job. It's just not. I think that's okay, right? I think so. Um, and there's a question about a business license. No, if you were doing, I know that in New Jersey, if you're doing any kind of handyman work or contracting work, you need a business license. This kind of stuff. I mean, technically, you don't need anything, I guess. Like, I got the liability insurance because I just wanted to be responsible. But I mean, it's a free country, I guess. As long as nobody tells on you, or as long as you don't have a problem, I think you can do whatever you want. Like, you're supposed to wear your seatbelt, but you don't have to unless you get caught. I'm not condoning that. I always wear my seatbelt. I've been wearing it since the '80s when it became a law. I think it's a good law. Bad example, I guess. Point is, I have liability insurance. I think that's all you need. But state to state, it might be different. Brittany, look at that. Brittany let Hunter put the MCG sticker on your car. That is a fun thing. Thank you, Brittany. You're driving around promoting the channel. I kind of wish, like, I feel like I've gotten to know people from Hunter's school, the teachers, and it's really kind of fun. Um, be fun to visit sometime, wouldn't it? And we did a like a Zoom call, which was kind of fun. Uh, Thank you, Chris. You can click on the link in the chat. So what that was the link for American Meadows. If you do want to order any flower seed, look at their website. They have a lot of different things. We do the Cosmos and Zinnias, and this year we got the Northeastern Wildflower Mix. But you can click on that link and use the code, and that will save you 10% off $50 or more. I just reposted that, so thanks for that. Again, I get nothing for that. They did supply the seeds to me this year, so I'm reciprocating by promoting their company. But I really like the company a lot. They've been great to work with. I bought the seeds. They didn't know who I was for the first 4 years. Yeah. So I don't get anything for that. But I do like them to know that I sent you because it keeps a good relationship going. Don't you think? All right. I'm skipping all around here for these comments because there are lots of them. Oh, this is great too. From the when we had Jake from ITC Quick Attach, Allison got the shirt from Jake at ITC last week, or from last week's live. Jake sent some stickers. Nice. Very good. Great to hear. Yeah, Jake from ITC Quick Attach. He was fun to talk to. Another comment here. Oh, I just retired last week. Looking for some tractor work yourself. All right. Congratulations on retirement. That's exciting. Tap That Sugar Shack did a bunch of stumps with the Bombylite 1P14 and uploaded them. The Bombylite is a beast on the TYM 224. Excellent. Yeah, that is a great little stump grinder. So that's great that you did that. It does a great job. A question from Linda. If folks can answer this, has anyone purchased, speaking of tillers, has anyone purchased the County Line 3-point hitch tiller from Tractor Supply? Pros and cons? I don't think I've ever seen it in person. I know that the Land Pride tiller is way heavy duty, really well built. I'm going to guess that the Tractor Supply tiller is chain drive. My tiller is gear drive, although you can get, mine's the RGA 1258, Land Pride RGA 1258. The RG must be R for rototiller, rotary tiller. G is for gear drive. A is for probably forward rotation. And then the 12 is the series and 58 is the width. But there's also an RGR, which is rototiller, gear drive, reverse rotation. Then there's an RTA and an RTR, I think. And I think it's RTA. But anyway, that one is, I think, is chain drive. I read some information about chain drive tillers, and basically what I read said that they're all fine. Like, those chains are made to work, and what I read said it really doesn't matter. Like, don't think you need the gear drive. You can get the chain drive. It'll be just fine. We've had conversations plenty of times about forward rotation versus reverse rotation. Mine is a forward rotation tiller, which kind of helps the tractor move along. In reverse rotation, the tractor's fighting the tiller. It's spinning one way, the tractor's going the other way. So that could be a challenge maybe for some tractors. I've heard that the reverse rotation does a nicer job on the first pass because it tends to be chopping it up more. I do have to hit my rows several times, but I like doing that anyway, and it comes out beautiful. So don't know. But this question was for anyone in the live chat, if anyone has purchased the County Line 3-point hitch tiller. So answer Linda's question, please. Please do that if you would. Okay. That's funny. All right, Melissa. If I get down south sometime, be fun to stop by. Although school's about done, right? School's about out. Maybe next fall we'll plan for that. That'd be great. All right. I'm reading through these internal conversations you're having with each other. Hunter likes the orange shirt. Listen, I think that Teespring, which is where the MCG.com or shopmcg.com is connected to, I think they stopped offering orange. I had it all set up with an orange tee, and then they stopped using it. And then I used another provider, but never got it really fully set up yet. And what's that one called? I forget. But they offered the orange, so I like the orange too. Uh, so I need to work on that. Uh, Question from Rhett. My son works at Ag Pro during the week, has a 5 Series John Deere, has a separate business where he does tractor side jobs. Help him with a little 1 Series 1 John Deere by getting to tight places, under trees, along fence lines when he's bush hogging. Oh, that's neat. Teamwork. Appreciate that. Uh, Usually the small jobs for him. It's great to have. Well, listen, you just enjoy playing on your tractor, but you should be earning money from that. There's no reason not to earn or charge for that. But you're right. There's a market for those small jobs. Has this been on the screen the whole time? Sheesh. By the way, happy Victoria Day to our Canadian friends. And there are lots of you out there, I know. So uh, hope you enjoyed your, guess you had a long weekend. So hope that was good. Uh, and it is also, these are a couple more fun facts. It's Emergency Medical Services Week. So if you know an EMT, be sure to thank them. And this is interesting. It's National Public Works Week, which I had not heard of before. And I used to work in public works, but National Public Works Week. And driving home from Boston, I think it was in Massachusetts. We're driving down the highway, and you know how they have the big signboards overhead that usually they say don't drink and drive or buckle up or something like that. But it said support public works and or something like that. Yeah, I think it said support public works. And I thought, well, that's interesting. You don't hear about public works very often because they're behind the scenes. Public works is the department that maintains your roads, snowplow, fixes potholes, uh, mows along the highways, does all kind of things like that. So I thought that was really neat to see that, but I didn't realize it was in conjunction with Public Works Week. So if you work in public works, thank you, thank you for that, because it's not, you know, again, I worked in public works, and these folks are out there plowing snow all through the night. If you live in a place where there's snow, um, at the county government buildings, they're out there with snow shovels and snow blowers, and again in the summertime, string trimming and mowing, doing all kind of work. So public works is behind the scenes, but also everything they do is very visual, but yet these folks work really behind the scenes. So kudos to you, public works employees. I'm really glad you're there. So I will look through some more comments. Okay. Brittany is mentioning that your neighbor tilled the garden yesterday, starting from scratch. He has to come back and disc it when it dries out some more. Excited to plant a new garden. Haven't had one in 6 years. Awesome. Um, I think, I mean, I don't know. I have tilled the ground when it's a little bit damp and it kind of clods up big chunks, but I just come back and till it again, let it dry out for a day or two, come back and till it again. So I don't know if your neighbor needs to come back and disc it or if they can just come back and till it again. But that, because the tiller should break it up. If the ground is not, if it's quasi dry, it should make it nice and powdery. That's what I think. Thank you, Richard. Yeah, I did think when I was in Boston, I thought, you know what? I know some folks who watch the channel are Boston, but believe me, this was not. There was no downtime. We were there with our daughter and son-in-law and their 3 kids, and they are highly active. I mean, Saturday we had a baseball game, and then Sunday we had lacrosse at 7:30 in the morning. This is for a 6-year-old, mind you. 6-year-old lacrosse starting at 7:30 in the morning. 7:30 to like 9 o'clock was the lacrosse game, and then the 2 girls had to be at the auditorium for a dance recital by 10:15, 10:30. Dance recital at 11 o'clock for 2 hours. I mean, just non-stop. So thanks for the offer, but I would not have been able to see anybody this weekend because, again, no downtime. Oh, Chef Head Ed, that's exciting. Heading to Jamaica on Saturday. We'll be putting an MCG sticker somewhere. Take a picture, would you? That's fun. We well, Chris did this, and then Ross did this. They both went to Scotland. They found the same pole, which was fun, and put their stickers on the pole. And then I went to Graceland. We went to Graceland a couple summers ago, and there's a traffic light in front of the entrance to Graceland, and it's a metal pole, and it's got stickers all over it. And people, you'd call it graffiti if it wasn't Graceland, but people have been writing on the wall of Graceland since Elvis, I guess, lived there, or definitely since he died. But there's a brick wall that runs along the highway in front of Graceland, and all the bricks are signed by people, and they're just, again, it kind of went from graffiti to art, I think. But there's this light pole in front of the entrance to Graceland, so I stuck a sticker up high. My sister ended up going there, I don't know, a couple months after we did, or a month. She found the sticker, so that was fun. We want to go back. We've gone there twice. The first time was in 2020. No, that's not right. 2017. Yeah, 2017 was the first time we went. And then I said to Ann, oddly enough, I'd like to see it again because I feel like I didn't capture. So we went back 5 years later, and we toured it again. We didn't tour the airplane because I saw that once, and that was enough. The Lisa Marie. So we went back 5 years later and toured the house again, and it really was comforting. It was really neat to go back. Like, it's so cool to, it just felt different to go back because it was familiar. And then Ann said we should go back like every 5 years. That should be our thing. So that's what we're gonna do. I think our next trip is gonna be 2027 if all goes well. That would be in the next 5-year block. So just because. And we saw a lot more. I've talked about this on the live stream. We saw a lot more on the second trip because we also went into Memphis. Of course, we had seen Beale Street the first time, but then we went into Memphis and saw Beale Street again. We saw the Civil Rights Museum. We saw Sun Studio. So good stuff. Yeah, Chris, maybe you weren't here earlier, but the drinking bird, I took his drink away because we're going to be doing a mug giveaway. I took his mug away. We're giving this mug away tonight. Not this mug, but one just like it. This is the drinking bird's mug, but I took it from him so I could show it up close and personal. Thanks for noticing, Chris, but that was intentional. No drinking bird tonight. Oh, that's right. Chef Head Ed found the Memphis pole and put a sticker there too. That's right. That's awesome. I'm sure by now that sticker has been covered up because that pole had a lot of stickers on it. No, you're not a loser, Chris. You're busy. You're getting ready to go to Alaska. We'll have to talk about that. I would like to go to Alaska. Anne lived in Alaska for a couple of years, and she keeps telling me I would really like it. I wanted to take one of those Alaska cruises. I thought that would be fun to do because we took a Bermuda cruise, but the Alaska cruise I think would be kind of neat. Cruises are they're like fun and dumb at the same time. A cruise is part of your trip. Very nice. Yeah, they're like, I just always wanted to go on a cruise because I was mesmerized by this big floating building, essentially, kind of a city. I mean, the population of our town is about 3,000 people, and this ship had 3,000 people. I'm like, wow, the entire town could be on this ship. Um, but I was just intrigued by something that ginormous, and I wanted to get into the engine room, and I even asked somebody, but security and all. I was hoping to get like kind of a little. I saw a guy in a probably the public works of the ship, facilities. I'm like, hey, I'd like to see the engine room. He's probably thinking this guy is crazy. He's like, well, you can take a tour of some of the. They do have like a tour of some of the utilities and stuff. But I'm like, no, I want to get down in the engine room. I want to see the engines. I didn't. I just thought I'd make friends with somebody, and it didn't happen. But it was fun nonetheless, just to be there. But yeah, the cruises are just. I mean, it's just silly. Like why? Why are you taking this big boat with everything you can do on land? You do on the boat. But I just always heard about cruises and thought I want to go. And it was true what they said about the food. It was great food. We didn't get sick, so that was good. Washed my hands a lot. Richard Doolin went to Alaska, took a week-long cruise. That's fun. Yeah, I would like that. All right, we're gonna look for some more questions, and then we'll do the giveaway here quite shortly. They do say Elvis is still alive. It's gonna be like it'll be like if Elvis were alive, he'd be like right now like 90, I guess. But at some point, it's gonna be like he would be like 130, and like he's still alive. Hey, off topic. Sorry, I know we want to talk about tractors and stuff, but talking about Elvis, if you can catch the documentary, used to be on Netflix, but Netflix things come and go. But if you can search for the documentary called Orion, 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 not about a star constellation, but it's called Orion. I think it's called Orion, comma, the man who would be king. And I saw it several years ago. It's an older documentary, really fascinating. This guy, here's what happened. Maybe some of you would remember this. I would think I would have, but I didn't. After Elvis died, this guy took on the stage name of Orion. He wore a mask like the Lone Ranger, a black mask, and he performed, and he sounds like really a lot like Elvis. And he created this mystery, and people that might be why people thought Elvis was still alive, because this guy would perform, and people thought that's really him up there with a mask on. I guess people were easier to fool in the 70s, but fascinating documentary. Takes kind of a twist, and I won't spoil it, but I really enjoyed it a lot because I like documentaries about things that happened in my lifetime that I had no clue about. Like I know I was still just a kid at that time, but I didn't know that even happened. And I thought, why didn't I ever hear about this guy? So interesting. So I'm fascinated by that. And then the other one I liked is called Wild Wild Country, and Wild Wild Country is about a town in Oregon that got taken over by this kind of religious, I don't want to call it a cult, but maybe it was, um, religious organization. And they basically took over the town. I think my Facebook Live ended. I don't know what happened here. It won't stop. I don't know what's going on. Not Facebook, TikTok. We'll figure that out later. Doesn't matter. It's not important. Anyway, Wild Wild Country. It's like a 7-part documentary. I couldn't stop watching it. I was watching it all by myself, and I don't talk to the TV. I was talking to the TV. I'm watching Wild Wild Country, and I hear myself saying, "What? What?" Like that's This happened in my lifetime and I didn't hear about it? Okay. So, did I miss any questions about actual things that we talk about on the channel? Or am I just rambling here? Chris has to be a little early. Well, Chris, thanks for being here. Appreciate it. MCG cruise. Wouldn't that be fun if we could all get together on a cruise? Let's do an Alaska cruise. We can all join the cruise and hang out. That'd be fun. That would be fun. People do that kind of stuff, I guess. I think, do you know who the farm babe is? I've seen her on Facebook, and she talks about farming. I don't really know enough about her, but she's called the farm babe, and I think she does a cruise too, like gets people together with that. But I don't know. I don't know anything about her. Thank you, Kevin Orion, the man who would be king. That was it. Yep. Excellent. Was good. All right, so let's do this. Want to do the mug giveaway? I think we should. Here's the rules. Okay. John loves cruise ships. All right, John, set it up. I'll be there. you can be the coordinator, the travel coordinator, because you're a teacher, so you have that really good. You're good at organizing things. Here's the deal. Very simple. If you've already won the mug, which is we've probably only done this 3 times before. If you've already won the mug, I would ask you to not participate in this live stream contest. Otherwise, it's very simple. I'll set it up now and explain it as I go. As I go. Yes. Here's what we'll do. I'm going to enter a word or a phrase on the screen. If you're watching from YouTube or Facebook, you'll be able to participate. You will enter the word or the phrase exactly the way you see it. And then at the end of this music, I will click the draw button. Some lucky someone will win this mug, and I'll order it and have it sent to you. It could take 10 plus days or more. Whatever it is, it'll come to you for sure. So here's the deal. Enter this word in the live chat. This is for the live stream only, not for the replay. We'll make this easy. #live. You can do uppercase or lowercase or a combination thereof, but make sure you use the hashtag and make sure there are no spaces. So, #LIVE, or it could be live. You could spell live or live. Either one will work. See how Kevin did it? #live. David W. #live. But look at this. Look what Jeffrey did. #live in lowercase. It doesn't matter. It could work. You could still win. Margaret, #live. Our sticker winner from last week. John. David. There you go, Hunter. Now's your chance. #live. Good job. Looks like the teachers are even getting in here. Good deal. Linda, there's a space there. You need to get rid of that space. Do it again with no spaces. All right. Right now, you have a 1 in 30 chance of winning. That's pretty good odds. Pretty good. David already won the mug, or already has a mug, so he did not enter. Remember, #LIVE, no spaces. Thanks, Who's Your Handyman. If you've already entered, just click the like button. Doesn't cost anything. Doesn't hurt. Okay. And you can enter multiple times, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't give you any more chances. The system's going to kick the other ones out. So, all right, we're coming up on this. Ready? Did you get it in? Bam. Winner is Jerry Puffenbarger. Congratulations, Jerry. You are the winner of tonight's, well, not sticker giveaway. It's a mug giveaway. Congratulations, Jerry. I appreciate that. I've not seen that name before as a winner, so that's good for you. Listen, Jerry, send me an email if you would at contactmcgtv@gmail.com with your name and your mailing address, and I will place this order for you, and it will be shipped directly to you. Funny thing, our friend Gary from Tractor Talk with Gary, he won the mug, and there must have been some glitch in the system. He got like 3 of them in the mail. Like one came, then the next day another one came, then another one came. It's like the guy got like 3 mugs, and what are you going to do? I didn't have to pay for 3, so there was some kind of glitch on their end, and I'm sure they didn't want them back. So that was a fun thing. Anyway, Jerry, send me an email at contactmcgtv@gmail.com with your name and your mailing address, and I will get that in motion for you, and then forget all about it. Just forget it, because it could take a while to get printed and sent to you, because they're all custom made to order, by some computer thing. But anyway, just forget about it, and then it'll come and it'll be a surprise. Congratulations, Jerry. Right. Okay, then. I just want to make sure I didn't lose myself there. Good deal. So, like I said, I'm going to be doing some more tractor work this week. I may record one of the projects because it's a little different than some of the others. But I do appreciate you watching the channel. I appreciate your comments and your suggestions. I've been getting some emails and comments on the videos about things that people would like to see, questions about my compact tractor, or just in general. I'm certainly no expert, but if I can help you with something, I will. So if you have a particular question or an idea for a video of something you think you'd like to see here on the property or with the tractor, shoot me an email at that same email address, or make a comment on one of the videos, and that would be helpful to me too, because I like to put out content that you want to watch, and that's interesting. I just can't. I don't know how, like Brock from Rock Hill Farms, I don't think he's doing it anymore, but he was putting out a video a day, and I just feel like I don't, and did a great job with it. Like, I just don't know how to come up with something interesting every day, and that's just a lot. So, I'd like to put out more content for you and for me, because again, this is what I'm doing. So, uh, it kind of, it's my job and it's my paycheck. So the more I put out and the more you watch, or the people watch, there's, the business side of this is there's AdSense revenue that comes in from that. Uh, and It's just a fact. That's how it works. Just like when Johnny Carson would say, "We got to pay the bills now. Let me tell you about this product." It's just how it works. So, I'm doing this because I love it, but y- you know, it takes, it's full time, and you gotta make a living at it. Anyway, I wish my life was interesting enough to make a video every day. I just feel like I don't know that I have enough interesting content, and I don't want to just. I mean, I ramble here once a week, right? I don't want to just ramble on a video, but uh, yeah, let me know if there's something you want to see. That's interesting, Greg. Got a box blade working, refurbished from a junkyard find. That's awesome. Box blade, not really any moving parts other than the rippers or the scarifiers might have to be adjusted, but otherwise, I mean, there's really no moving parts. So that's a great find. Congratulations on that. I do have to fix that trailer. I'm hoping to show that to you soon. I just need to get the motivation and the ambition to be rip those boards off and get underneath and drill the holes for the bolts and do all that kind of stuff. But anyway, question from I think, I mean, is something going on next Monday? Is there a holiday? It is. Oh yeah, next Monday's Next Monday is Memorial Day, right? Yeah, probably. I think I'll be here next Monday, unless something comes up. I'll let you know. I'll post it on Facebook. I'll post it on Facebook and YouTube community page if we can't go live. But I think I should be here. I don't know why I go to like that mafia sound. Like I'll let you know next week. I'll talk to you later about it, and my people will talk to your people. Anyway, next Monday is Memorial Day, so I will encourage you to find a local Memorial Day program in your community. We have a great Veterans Day program, a great Memorial Day program, thanks to our friend Margaret. And really, it's an honor to go to these events. So if you find a Memorial Day program in your community, go there and support your veterans, and yeah, and your families of veterans. It's a good thing to do. So yeah, thanks for that reminder, Margaret. Next Monday, Memorial Day. Find a program, go to it, enjoy it, um, and support your community. Nice. Memorial Day parade. That's right. Not only an event, a parade. There's parades a lot of times. So uh, it's a great thing to go to. And you'll feel better about it, especially if you're off work. Like you're off work to be there to honor Memorial Day. So it's not just the start of summer, indeed. All right. Well, look, I want to thank you for being here. I am glad that I made it all the way from Boston back to Southern New Jersey so that I could talk to you tonight. Thank you again for watching the videos. It means the world to me when you watch the videos, when you comment. Thanks for being here. Uh, I'm just touched that you keep coming back week after week. And I know it's not all about me, it's about the community here. And I think it's just great. Thank you to Hunter and your teachers and your friends for watching and supporting the channel. And I'm glad that I have somehow uh, entertained you and came into your life. So Hunter, I still have this here right by my desk. Love the logo. It's great. I appreciate it. So thanks for being here. Have a great week. And as always, I look forward to seeing you next time.